In today's video, we're going to be focusing on 5 things that I love about the brand new Insta360 Go Ultra. This is kind of like a sequel to my last video, which was titled 5 Things That Suck About the Go Ultra. As I said, this has probably been one of my favorite cameras ever from Insta360. I am a huge X5 fan, and this one has, as of late, taken over a lot of the spotlight, and for very good reason. It is a fantastic camera, and it was actually hard for me to choose 5, but because of YouTube and the way that it works, it's more cool to write 5 things as opposed to everything that I like. So without further ado, let's jump right into those 5 things. Number 1 is the image quality coming out of this thing, but not so much just the image quality, the new profile that they have in here called Glow. So as you can see, there is no flat option for this camera, but the Glow kind of takes that spot. And I actually really hope that they update the X5 to have this Glow profile, because it acts more like D-Log-M. So if you're a DJI user, like I am as well, D-Log-M is a fantastic profile. We're actually shooting on it right now, but it's not a true log profile, but it does give you a nice flat base to be able to grade your footage and make it look the way that you want. I found that I've been able to get a very nice looking grade out of using the Glow profile, and it's pretty much been the one that I've stuck to since getting the Ultra. At first I was super disappointed there was no flat profile, and then I read the settings and saw the new one, and I'm like, this is the best profile that Insta360's ever made if you're somebody who likes to color grade or manipulate your footage. That mixed with the HDR, I know it's still 8-bit, but I'm getting a very good look out of this, as you can see from all these shots that I've been putting over top. So this is a formal ask from me to Insta360. Please give the X5 the Glow profile. I would love that, because I would be able to match them perfectly, and this would be the perfect 2-camera setup. Number 2 definitely surprised me, but it's got to be the updated design. So this little grip I've been using like crazy. 90% of the time when I'm walking around and vlogging, I'm just holding it like this, and this is a perfect spot to put your thumb. It gives you a nice comfortable grip if you're shooting forward, as well as this giant screen that you've got on here. The latency is almost next to none. It's still not like perfect, but as far as using it, you don't notice any delay. It feels like it's an integrated system, not a wireless connection. And I absolutely love that, because it makes using the Go Ultra feel like a regular action camera when it's in this mode. And then obviously you can take it off and still monitor from here. And one of the awesome features here, an update from the Go 3S, is that even if your camera isn't in the pod, like you see it's on my chest here, you can still play back and review your footage. So this is awesome, because if you're in a situation where you have your camera mounted and you want to review the shot to see if you got what it looked like, then you don't have to take it out of that spot to put it back in the pod to check to see if you got the shot. So this is a very kind of like low-key welcomed improvement. The change of design in the Go itself is something that I really didn't expect to enjoy as much as I do, but I gotta say, after using this, I do not look back to the old design. This is fantastic. I did say in my last video that there was that kind of like magnet issue where if it was on an angle or something that wasn't perfect, it would rotate. But when it comes to a solid surface, especially the chest mount here, it sticks so strong and it feels so sturdy right there that like it's not going anywhere. And a lot of times with the Go 3 and the Go 3S, I would either bump it or realize that it wasn't like, it just didn't feel like it was as stable right there. It's just, there's so much more to hold on this, and it actually fits in almost all of the same places that the Go 3 and the Go 3S would. I actually had a little demonstration in my first video, but I'm going to show you again here. So for example, I have this cup here. This is like a standard 6-ounce cup from a coffee shop. Here's the Go 3S. You can see it's right at the bottom of the cup there. If I take that out and I put the Ultra in there, you can see it also fits right at the bottom. So you're not really losing much space. It's really just narrow spaces that you wouldn't be able to fit this camera in. But again, just the overall handling, being able to hold it like this, the sturdiness, the thinner design, I really do love the brand new design of the Ultra. Number 3. This is probably one of the most underrated features of the Go Ultra, and that's the fact that you have effectively two different focal lengths in here. Allow me to explain, because it's not exactly two different focal lengths, but it has a 1x and a 2x zoom. Now, we're normally used to seeing 2x zooms on these cameras, but what it is just a digital zoom. So it's cropping into the 4K sensor, and it's giving you a lesser quality 2x zoom because you're just punching into the bigger one. But in this case, it's kind of like the Ace Pro 2 with the clarity zoom. I'm not sure if it's actually a bigger sensor or how it's being accomplished. So you have an option here for 1x, as you can see, and then if I press this here, you can see 2x, and then boom, we've got 2x. And the part is that this is still a 4K image, so it's still very clear. In some of my vlogs, you can actually see, like, I think the image in certain conditions actually looks better than the 1x because it's just like, it's a little bit softer and it feels more cinematic. I'll put some of those shots over top as I'm talking so you can really see the difference in the 1x and the 2x. That is a very versatile thing to have in such a small package. Being able to have that 2x zoom gives you just more shot capabilities. You can also achieve the same thing by double tapping the screen. And number 4 is that we now have a 4:3 aspect ratio in the regular video mode. This is huge for a lot of reasons, and maybe some reasons you didn't even think about. So I like to shoot in 4:3. A lot of my videos you can see are 4:3, so they're a little bit more square, not the regular 16:9. But even if you want to shoot 16:9, this gives you a little more flexibility because what it's doing is it's adding a little bit more on the top and the bottom without losing any resolution. Now, this is a key point because if you're mounted to your chest and you want to get a chest POV, you're going to have a better chance at getting the right shot if you shoot in 4:3 and then after adjust your frame to where you want it to be in 16:9. This is better than just shooting regular 16:9 because you're still getting the same resolution. So in 4:3, it's giving you more information on the top and bottom, which allows you a little bit of flexibility to move your shot up or down in the 16:9 aspect ratio. In the previous Go 3S, you would only get 4:3 in free frame mode, but that meant that if you wanted to keep your footage in 4:3, you would have to go into the Insta360 Studio, stabilize it, export it, and then use it. In this case, you're able to get usable footage right out of the camera, ready to go, and that is like an absolute awesome feature to me. And number 5 on the list is the accessories. So I talked about how I don't like how they changed the mount on this, and I still stand by that. I think that it sucks that if you had previous accessories, you can't use them for the most part on the Go Ultra, but I also understand why. I just think that there was maybe a little bit more engineering that could have went into making it more compatible. So one of the reasons which I missed is I think the reason why this base plate is changed is because the camera itself has changed. So the camera needs to be able to connect the same mount onto here, these little prongs on the side, as well as here. But the issue is that with the Go 3 and the Go 3S, this module is wider than the other one. So you've got a longer distance from here to here than here to here. Now, this is by no means an apologetic. I think this is an engineering issue. They should have still put the found a way to put the like either a 1/4-20 or the Ace Pro 2 X5 mount on here. But all of the vlogs that I've created with the Insta360 Go Ultra, I've intentionally used only what comes in the standalone box. So this is like the base model Ultra, not the adventure kit or whatever it's called. And it comes with 2 key accessories that I think they've done an excellent job in updating. So this right here is the old pendant mount from the Go 3 and the Go 3S. As you can see, it kind of like wraps up into here, and it's cool. And I really liked this, but the reality is that every time I went to put this away, it takes a lot of time to put this away. You end up just kind of wrapping it around like that, and it gets a little bit janky. As well as the back here is round. So what happens is you put this on here, and it doesn't give you that kind of down angle that you want. I know one of the generations they had, it had a little like triangle piece you could put on the back, but then that's just another piece that you're trying to work with. So this is the old one, and this is the updated one. You can see it's got kind of like a linguine style rope strap here. It's not as compact. It doesn't roll into this, but one of the cool things is that if you just take it and roll it around this like you would normally do with that anyway, it's got little metal pieces right here, so it's magnetic, and it just kind of tucks in nicely and it gets out of the way. The other benefit of this, and improvement, is that it has now a rotatable back piece. So depending on if you want a higher angle or a lower angle, now it's going to give you that like slight angle on your chest, especially when you have it like right here on your chest plate, like right below. That's a perfect angle for POV. And then you pair that with the 4x3 and you're most likely going to get the shot that you're looking for. The other thing is they've got this little thing as the hat clip, and I much prefer this over this one here. Now, while it was nice to have the Go 3 just kind of chilling up there, if you had it on the back, which you have it a lot, like this would stick out quite a bit, whereas this one is nice and low profile when it's not being used. One improvement I wish they would have done is made this piece magnetic, so that if you wanted to get different angles, you could put this down and then you'd have a variable magnet. I might just put my own on there, but I really like how this works, and it just magnetizes on here, so you can do, so if you want to get kind of shots like this, you can put this down. Obviously, this is a lot bigger than the Go. This is where I think the Go 3S really shines for the hat clip, because it's a little bit smaller, but this is not bad. And I normally usually have it just, the way that I like to use it is on the back of my hat. So I'll have it just like this. That way you've got, it's just kind of taking up this space here. You can angle it down a little bit, get your POV, put it back, take it off, onto the chest mount, whatever you want. And it's a little bit more low profile, like I said, when it's just sitting on the back there like that, it's not as like out. Just beware that if you do walk up to a metal thing and you put your head on the back, you're gonna get trapped. It's gonna feel like somebody's holding your head to a pole, because it is a very strong magnet. So I got to give credit where credit's due and say they did improve those two essential mounts that I use 90% of the time while using the Go Ultra. I've been creating all the videos that I have in the playlist in the pinned comment below on the Go Ultra with just what comes in the box, except for one accessory. It actually does come in the box. So this is a little like hand strap safety thing that clips to your action pod or the Go itself. I haven't been using this one. I've been using this one, which is a extra buy. So just know this does not come in the box, but I think this is probably my most essential accessory, because it just makes using the Go on a daily basis so good. Because what you've got here, it's a little hand strap. It goes on your wrist like this, but you can also just like wrap it around once. And if you look at a lot of my videos, you'll actually see it just dangling there, because a lot of times I want to be hand free, but I want to be able to quickly grab this, shoot. If I want to take just the action pod with me, I can do that. Or if I want to take just the Go, you can have it attached to here, or there's another mounting point here. So I think they've just really figured out how to make the Go usable on the go. And I really do love this wrist strap. At first I thought it was a little bit long, but after using it and being able to wrap it once, this is a great accessory. The only thing that I do wish, PGY Tech, if you're watching this and you want to improve this product in Insta360, there's no way to, when I'm not using this, I wish there was a way that I could wrap this around and have it like clip to here. Like maybe there's another piece that you could add there. Like I might even do that myself. Wrap another pendant around here so I can close it off. And then you've got a little wrist strap when you're not using it on there, instead of having it dangle around like that. All right, that wraps up the 5 things that I love about the Go Ultra. There are so many more things that I love, but I've already talked about them in the vlogs that are in the playlist below. So if you're interested in seeing more footage and creation happening on the Go Ultra as opposed to about the Go Ultra, check out that playlist, because you're going to get a good idea of what it's like to do daily vlogs with the Go Ultra, and honestly, why I love the camera so much. As usual, if you like this video, do whatever you want, because it's your life. Thank you for watching. Thank you for being here, and I hope to see you on future videos. Peace. Sorry if that hurt your ears.